Come thy way, Signor Fabian.
Nay, I'll come. I'll lose a scruple of the sport. Let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to have the niggardly, rascally sheep-biter come by some notable
I would exalt you, man. You know, he brought me favor with my lady. Come back for me some for beer baiting.
To anger him, we'll have the bear again, and we will fool him black and blue. Shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not. It's the pity of our lives.
Here comes the little villain. How now, my metal of India?
Get ye all three into the box trees. Malvolio is coming down this walk. He has been yonder, the sun practicing his own shadow in half hour. Observe him in the mockery, for I know this letter will make contemplative idiot of him. Close in the name of jesting. Lie thou there. For he comes trout that must be caught with trickery.
Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have heard herself come thus near. That should she fancy. It should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on?
Here's an overweening rogue. Oh, peace. Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. Now how he jets it in advance his fumes. Sight, I can still beat the rogue. Peace, I say.
Count Malvolio.
Oh, rogue! Pistol him. Peace, peace.
There is example for it. The lady of the Strachey married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fie on him. Jeezebel. Oh, peace. Now look, he's deeply in. Look as the whole imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
Over a stone about to hit him in the eye.
Calling my officers about me, in my branched velvet gown, having come from my daybed, where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone. Oh, peace, peace.
And then to have the humor of state, and after a demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place as I would they should do theirs, to form my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles! Oh, peace, peace, peace. Now.
7 of my people with an obedient start make out for him. I frown the while, and perchance wind up watch, or play with my some rich jewel. Toby approaches. Courtesies there to me.
Shall this fellow live? Now our silence be drawn from us cars, yet peace.
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile and an austere regard of control.
And does not Toby take you a blow o' the lips then?
Saying, cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast on me, your niece give me the prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab! Nay, patience, or we break this news of our plot.
Besides, you waste your treasure on your time with a foolish knight.
That's me, I warrant you.
Oh, Sir Andrew.
I knew 'twas, for many do call me a fool.
What employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near our inn? Oh, peace! In the spirit of Hubert intimate, reading aloud to him.
But my life, this is the lady's hand, these be here very seized. Her use and her teased, and thus makes she her great peas. It is in contempt of question her hand.
Her seas, her use, and her tease? Why that?
To the unknown beloved, this my good wishes, her very phrases. By your leave, wax soft, and the impressure of Lucrece with which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady, to whom should this be?
This wins him, liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know. What follows? The number altered. No man must know if this should be 3, the Malvolio.
Mary Handy Brock!
I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife, with blood, with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. Moai doth sway my life.
The Fusian riddle! Excellent wench, I say.
Moai doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see.
What dish'll poison that he howl? Dressed him in? And with that wing, is Samuel Jackie's at it?
I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me, I serve her. She is my lady. Why, this is evidence to any form of capacity. There is no obstruction in this. And the end where, what should the alphabetical position pretend? If I could make the resemble something in me, softly, Moai.
Oh, I make of that. He is now at a cold scent. Salter will cry upon this, though it will be as rank as a fox.
M. Malvolio. M. Why? That begins my name.
Did I not say he would work it out? The cur is excellent as at faults.
M. But then there is no consonancy in the sequel. That suffers under probation. A should follows, but O does.
And O shall end it, I hope. Aye. Or I'll guzzle him and make him cry, oh.
And then I comes behind.
Aye, and your eye behind you. You might see more detraction at your heels from the fortunes before.
MOIA. This simulation is not as the former, and yet, to crush this a little, it would bow to me. For every one of these letters are in my name. So, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee. But be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fate's upon their hands. Let thy blood and spirit embrace them. And to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slow and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surely with servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee, and sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wished to see thee ever cross-guarded. I say, remember, go to thou art made if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee and steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell. She that would alter services with thee. The fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open and will be proud. I will read politic authors and will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquiescence with. I will be point devised the very man. I do not know, fool myself. I let imagination jade me. For every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-guarded, and in this she manifests herself to my love. And with a kind of injunction drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank my stars, I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings and cross-guarded, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove, my stars be praised. Here is yet a postscript.
I will not give my part of the sport for the pension of thousands we paid from Sophie.
I can marry this wench for this advice,
So could I too.
and ask no other dowry with her but such another jest.
Nor, I neither. Here comes my noble goal-getter.
Wilt thou set thy foot on thy neck?
or mine either.
Shall I play my freedom at trade trip and become thy bond slave?
I faith, or I either.
Why thou hast put him in such a dream, within the image that leaves him, he must run mad,
Nay, but say true, does it work upon him?
like aqua vitae with a midwife.
If you will, then see the fruits of the sport. Mark his first approach before his lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, into the color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests. And he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable for her deposition. Being addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit.
I'll make one too.